So I've already rolled out 1/2 of my dough, just to make sure the dough was going to be worth it. And now I'll do the other half. I already have 10 pierogies made. And hopefully we get about, oh, I don't know, at least 26 out of this whole deal. Don't worry about too much flour. You'll press it into the dough as you roll. Okay. And the flour that was lumpy really doesn't look too bad, so this looks pretty good. I like to keep it kind of thin because it's not about the dough, it's about the prune. So I have a nice little glass here that's my pierogi cutting glass. I like the size of the pierogi that it gives me. So I'm just going to want to make sure the edges are sharp so it cuts through your dough easily. And all the extra dough will get used for the last batch of pierogies. So don't worry about trying to get them too close. The dough will usually roll out pretty good one more time. And not every pierogi needs to be round if you want to make the most of your dough. Okay. Uh-oh. See? Didn't cut very well. Okay. I'm going to put that all to the side. Before I fill them, I'm going to make sure none of them are stuck to the board, because then I won't be able to lift them. Okay, good deal. Dust them off a little bit. So I have my prunes that have been soaking in hot water. I like to take and give 2 prunes to a pierogi. I like to give them a little squeeze to mush them up a little bit, and also to make sure that there's no pits, because probably 1 in 100 pitted prunes have a pit in them. So we're just going to keep doing that. It's going pretty quick. And then what I like to do with the prune water as well is I used to do the rims of these pierogies in water. But now I may as well use every bit of the prune. So I'm going to just take a little bit of that prune water, and I'm just going to put some around the edges to help the dough stick together on the one side. When I do this in a whole bunch, like, boy, I've made 100 at a time to feed the family. It's always a big affair with when Mom and Dad were alive and my sisters. We'd all get together and have potato and prune pierogies, but our favorite is always the prune. So I'm going to fold them over. And I have my littlest fork somewhere here. Here it is. And I'm going to press these edges tightly together so they don't burst in the water. Sorry. Now the other thing I like to do is put my pierogies on a floured parchment paper lined cookie sheet and freeze them for a while first, because I think they hold together better in the water if the dough has a time to harden up a little bit. They don't have to be frozen solid. They just have to be really firm. And besides that, we want to eat them really quick, so frozen solid isn't always an option. But these do freeze really well. If I make enough of them, I can freeze for a couple of meals. And then just take them out and put them in the water frozen. And the cooking time is like 8 to 10 minutes at the absolute most. So this isn't a hard meal to make. It just takes that few minutes. And if you're going to make the potato with cheese, then just do your filling a little bit different. But I just did these prunes because they're our favorite. Okay, almost done here. And then I will put these in the freezer and show you how to prepare your butter and cornmeal that you're going to coat these with.